I went to school in South Dakota, and one of my roommates, she had this huge Pontiac station wagon, kind of like the Brady Bunch had. And when I came home, she was like, "Hey, Frederick, Rolling Stones is playing in Denver. Let's go to the Rolling Stones concert." We got tickets and piled into her car, her and I, and she was driving. And somewhere outside Lusk, Wyoming, she decided to see how fast her car could go. And so she got up to like 120 miles an hour going downhill in this, I think it was a 69 Pontiac. And I had been driving it before, and I knew the steering was not up to the task. It was scary. And so eventually she slowed down, and we started hearing this knocking sound from the engine. And I went, uh-oh, this is not good. And so like 10 miles outside Lusk, the engine blew up to where we dumped all of the oil from like a 7-liter engine, and we're within 10 feet, and we were stuck. And we're standing on the side of the road, and eventually this Ford Mustang pulled up with this old hippie in the car. And he was asking, what's wrong? Do you need any help? And so we told him the engine was blown, and then he offered to drive us down to Fort Collins when we had some friends. So his car was so full of stuff that there was no room in the back seat. So my roommate had to sit on my lap from Lusk essentially down to Fort Collins. But we made the Rolling Stones concert, so that's the important part.
My story is about a curse. I was working on a PhD in physics, and the department was overcrowded, and there was one guy who could take me on. So I went to talk to him. I set up an appointment. He's like, coming in a week. Coming in a week. He's like, yesterday I found out I have cancer, so I can't take you on as a student because the cancer. So I switched schools. Now I'm going to do a PhD in math. Find a guy, great guy. It's like, come in a couple months when you're done with your exams. We'll talk about it. I'd love to have you as a student. He died. He had brain cancer and died. Found another guy who said, I'm older than you think and I'm retiring. So, found one other guy I could try to work with, but I think he was actually a demon. I don't think he was a person, terrible human being. So I leave in the middle of the recession, leave school looking for a job. Took about a year, but I found a job with a company that I'm not going to use their name because they are, about 6 months after I got there, I found out they're going bankrupt. But I'm here in Austin. I'm hanging out with a friend of mine, and he's going to help me find a job down here because this city is dynamic enough that I believe it could overcome my curse.